Now, what's really ironic is when you have guys like Bill Gates, who owns 4 private jets.
Yeah.
Just one of those jets in one day spews out more carbon than your car does in the whole fucking life you use it. And this guy's flying all over the place telling everybody that they're going to have to eat fake meat.
That's like the ultimate elitism when you look at people like Bill Gates, you look at people like John Kerry, who justify their own contradiction of their philosophy. I know, exactly.
When he got busted and he lied, John Kerry, did you see that video?
What did he get busted for?
Well, because he was saying that I've never had a private jet. I don't own a private jet. Have you seen that? Have you seen this? You have to see this.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull that video up because it's hilarious. He's just flat out lying. Absolutely
and they think we're
lying.
so stupid that we're going to just buy their bold-faced lies.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter into the record article here from February 15th of 2023. The John Kerry family private jet was sold shortly after accusations of climate hypocrisy. Mr. Secretary, do you stand by that testimony that you've never owned or
I personally,
your family?
I personally,
My wife.
On that plane.
not in a number of years, but I have flown on it.
And this article is not then inaccurate that your family owned a plane, you flew on a plane.
My wife,
Mr. Secretary,
my wife owned
here's
a plane.
This isn't some kind of partisan gotcha. When we are asking Americans to make serious sacrifices as we transition for the common good, and your family and or yourself are flying around on private jets, that smacks of hypocrisy. It actually hurts your cause, Mr. Secretary, but I'll move on. I just want to know from a record standpoint.
Afford me the right, at least, to set the record straight here. I do not fly on a private jet. I do not fly. I fly commercially.
Have you
on
flown
all
on a
of my
private jet since you've
responsibilities.
taken this position?
Just let me finish. I have flown 5 times in the last 2.5 years on Mill-Air, which you also fly on, or some of you who travel fly on, 5 times.
This is not the important part. The important part, Jamie, is before this. Pause it. The important part is before this.
What does he say?
Where he's saying, I never owned a private jet. I don't know. You guys got to stop saying that.
Yeah.
See if you can find that.
He was very strong in his...
Because that's the more interesting part.
It's all special interest, everything, right? I mean, the more
See if
you
you can
know,
find
self-interest, right? I mean, it is ultimately, it's about self-interest.
Yeah, when he says that, it's before he talks to this gentleman. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious because he just flat out lies and then he gets busted.
Yeah.
My wife owned a jet.
Oh, that person.
Oh, that lady.
So how do you come up against these guys? Because that's the kind of people that are running for president and the kind of people that are running for governors or any
What's
high...
the kind of people that are the vice president and president right now?
Yeah, I mean...
And how do you battle these guys? Because you're a local girl, just like grew up like me, and that's, that's the kind of people we're up against,
It's true. I mean, the challenge is that it's not only them and their propaganda that they're spewing, is they have their tentacles and their propaganda arms out through the mainstream media and through, some massive monopoly big tech corporations.
Yeah.
The beauty is that more and more, I mean, people are starting to see the truth. They're starting to see through these politicians' lies. And are actively looking for leaders who actually care about the people rather than these political leaders and bureaucrats and others who are making their decisions based on keeping power, growing power, or taking care of themselves, family members, or their pocketbook, their own selfish interest.
Imagine where we would be right now if Elon didn't buy Twitter.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Thank God.
None of that stuff none of the Twitter files would have been exposed.
We would not have known.
Yep.
And he just made a tweet yesterday about Facebook. See if you can find the Facebook tweet where he's talking about Facebook censoring people for ad revenue, even and limiting their post, even if what they're saying is true. Yeah. Which is where it gets really creepy.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the things that happened with Tucker Carlson. They demoted his video. So it was seen by approximately 50% less people. They limited the reach. And what he was saying was absolutely true. Nothing he was saying is inaccurate. And they got a note from the federal government that you need to do something about this to take it down. They said, we can't take it down.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
And they said, well, you need to demote it. Here it is. The Facebook caved to far left pressure groups and now allows them to silently dictate policy in exchange for ad money.
I think the big news that people should take away from what you just said, Joe, is the excuse that these corporations always give is like, hey, we're private companies. We can do whatever we want. But the fact that we are now seeing more and more evidence that they are censoring people at the direction of people in the White House and people in the federal government or the FBI or other law enforcement agencies is the most chilling violation of our First Amendment rights.
So this says that the advertising boycott battering Facebook is unlike anything the social media giant has faced in its 16-year history. 3 days in, 800 companies worldwide have pulled millions of dollars in advertising from the social network, with brands from Coca-Cola to Ford to global conglomerate Unilever demanding that Facebook monitor hate speech more aggressively. With pullouts mounting, the company's name constantly tied to racism and hate in the news coverage, CEO Mark Zuckerberg responded by live streaming part of an employee meeting, one of the few things he's done in that company's history. One of the few times he's done that, rather, in that company's history. Then on Wednesday, Facebook's powerhouse policy and communications chief, former British Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg, issued an open letter titled, "Facebook does not benefit from hate," touting its efforts to police its content. The boycott emerged as a crucial test for a company that has become a key player in American politics simply because of what it hosts and promotes on its site, which until recently had been vocally doubling down its commitment to keeping an open platform for user speech. The thing about this, like, stop hate speech, like, how much of that hate speech is really even people? How much of that hate speech is troll farms? 19 of the top 20 Christian sites on Facebook were found to be run by Russian troll farms. How much of this hate speech is led even by our own government? How much of this hate speech is fake, and they use it so they can crack down on all kinds of speech?
Exactly. And I think that's the thing right there is whether they use the term hate speech or misinformation or disinformation. Right. These have become labels that they slap on people, on our accounts. I right now on Instagram now for the last few months, they've been shadow banning me